Hello friends and viewers, and welcome to my Gloria character guide. My name is James, I'm a global player and I started playing Sword of Convallaria in September 2024. I'm a longtime strategy and turn-based RPG fan with the Fire Emblem series, Tactics Ogre, and Unicorn Overlord as some recent titles I enjoy. I'm a PvE focused player in Sword of Convallaria. I have no interest or knowledge of PvP. As a global player, I lack the technical knowledge and exposure to the Taiwan and China scenes. As a result, I'm subject to feedback and I'm open to being wrong. If you come across conflicting information to other guides and creators, then there are absolutely multiple ways to play a character. Play your way. As a fun fact about myself, I am a Thai tea boba enjoyer. Gloria's trait is Flag of Justice. This trait increases her attack, and at the start of battle, she possesses the flag-waving aura. This aura increases the attack and defense of all allies within 3 tiles of her by 12%. When losing the flag-waving aura, she gains Potential Burst, increasing attack by 20% and defense by 40%, as well as immunity to attribute debuffs. Her movement is increased by 2 tiles, and Gloria will ignore 50% of the target's defense. Gloria automatically casts Longinus flag waving at the start of battle as well. Her initial skill is Longinus Thrust. This is a single target charge that deals 120% damage and knocks an enemy back by 2 tiles. If there is no flag waving aura on Gloria, this skill switches to Sword Gale. Sword Gale is a single target charge that deals a base damage of 120% and increases by 10% for each tile moved up to 50%. At rank 1, your options are Knightly Spirit or Solemnity. Knightly Spirit is a passive skill conditional on Gloria's position, increasing her attack when attacking enemies from the front, and increasing defense when being attacked from the front. This is commonly best used for bossing, such as the weaponry trial stages. Solemnity is a passive aura that decreases attack of all enemies within 2 tiles of her, ultimately reducing group damage taken. This is helpful for content progression at low Voyager levels and when you have a small character roster. In the long term, both skills are unlikely to be a regular part of Gloria's skill loadout. If you cannot decide, consider making a selection based on the HP or defense stat gain. My pick here is Knightly Spirit. At rank 3, I recommend Lance of Longinus. Lance of Longinus separates Gloria's flag aura from herself to a stationary position on the battlefield and deals 80% AoE damage to all enemies within the target location. This loses the flag waving aura on Gloria and switches several of her skills. When there is no flag waving, Gloria can cast Longinus flag waving, granting a move 1 buff to all allies within 3 tiles of her, and returns the flag waving aura back to Gloria. At rank 3, I also recommend Castalia for Longinus Brilliance. Longinus Brilliance is a support skill that grants allies attack 1 and damage reduction 2 buffs, and restores 1 energy. When without the flag waving aura, this skill becomes Sword Full Moon. Sword Full Moon deals 90% AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles of Gloria, and an additional 30% damage to injured targets. Gloria then gains a damage reduction 2 buff to herself. This is Gloria's strongest AoE attack. To recap, I recommend Lance of Longinus and a Castalia for Longinus Brilliance at rank 3. Lance of Longinus deals AoE damage and is a way for Gloria to separate flag waving aura from herself, switching several of her skills to alternative abilities. Longinus Brilliance is a diverse support skill that also unlocks Gloria's strongest AoE attack. At rank 5, your options are Front Defense or Counter Attack. Front Defense reduces damage taken when Gloria is attacked from the front. Counterattack allows Gloria to return damage after being attacked using her basic attack. With her Lance of Justice basic attack at rank 9, this allows her counterattack to be versatile. Although Front Defense is conditional on being attacked from the front, it is another layer for Gloria to further reduce damage taken. While her basic attack upgrade can make her counterattack versatile, in my opinion, Gloria does not have the durability to be regularly taking damage to counterattack. Consider counterattack if you are invested in a more aggressive playstyle. My pick here at rank 5 is Front Defense. At rank 7, I recommend Vow of Justice. Vow of Justice is a unique Union Leader's aura, increasing active attack damage by 12% and reducing strike back damage by 24% for Union allies. As previously mentioned, Gloria does not have the innate durability to regularly take damage to counterattack, even though counterattack mode adds 20% of her physical attack to her defense. Gloria's strengths are through her active damage and active support skills, and investing in her counterattack capabilities demands risk and investment. At rank 9, I recommend Lance of Justice. Lance of Justice deals 70% physical damage but is an AoE attack, striking all enemies within a 1 tile radius of the target. Its alternative skill, Sword of Justice, deals 100% damage baseline with potential to deal 130% damage when attacking from the front. Silencing attack adds some debuff utility, but it is less versatile and has a lesser damage range than Lance of Justice. If you are looking to inflict an active skills debuff, I recommend looking to other sources. At rank 11, your options are Fair Duel or Knight's Glory. Fair Duel is the highest damaging single target skill Gloria can learn, with the ability to dispel all debuffs from herself as well as all buffs on the target. Knight's Glory is the same ability as several other Union units, which grants an attack 2 buff to any target, as well as a physical shield specifically to Union allies. In the long term, both skills are unlikely to be a regular part of Gloria's loadout. Fair Duel has the potential to provide both high damage and cleansing utilities, but you can also consider Knight's Glory if you are committed to support or Union-focused play. My pick here is Fair Duel. This is my general build recommendation, with Lance of Justice, Front Defense, Longinus Brilliance, Lance of Longinus, and Vow of Justice or Longinus Thrust. This build provides a variety of damage and support. Lance of Longinus and Sword Full Moon for damage, Longinus Brilliance and Longinus Flag Waving for support, and Vow of Justice for both damage and support. In scenarios where you may need a knockback or more upfront single target damage, substitute Vow of Justice for Longinus Thrust initial skill. Some weapon options include Double-Sided Halberd, Nameless Staff, and Skeleton Spear. Double-Sided Halberd complements well with Gloria's various AoE attacks. Nameless Staff is a reasonable option for the movement increase to allow Gloria to keep up with the party, in addition to the critical strike chance increase. Consider Skeleton Spear for the best option in single target scenarios. Not pictured here is Army Breaking Spear. Army Breaking Spear is a great option for damage, assuming you have Longinus Thrust in Gloria's skill loadout, but it must be at least star level 3 to comfortably use. For Trinkets, with Gloria's base speed of 215, she can utilize Old Scrolls of August to increase the speed of slower units such as Seekers, Ranged Destroyers, and most ranged Watchers. Origin Hourglass is a fine trinket for a passive damage increase. Spring Pill is also a reasonable option to add self-healing and self-cleansing. Overall, Gloria has versatile trinket options to be more damage or support focused. She can well benefit from most other trinkets not listed here. For tarots, some options include Dream of the Magician, Verdict of Justice, Course of Fortune, or Temptation of the Devil. Dream of the Magician complements well with Gloria's various AoE attacks, and even more so if you are using Double-Sided Halberd. Otherwise, Verdict of Justice is a reasonable option for damage as well. For a general hybrid option, Course of Fortune is a fine choice. On any maps with high target count, from allies, enemies, summons, and NPCs, it's always reasonable to consider Temptation of the Devil. For Engravings, my only recommendation is a Sword and Wand Resonance. This is the best general use resonance for the attack and defense bonuses, and also complements well with her Sword Gale skill. To provide some composition and usage tips, when Gloria loses the flag-waving aura from casting Lance of Longinus, that is when she is the most lethal with Sword Full Moon, Sword Gale, and Sword of Justice available. Be strategic with your Lance of Longinus cast to maintain effective flag uptime and deal AoE damage, but also avoid enemies from attacking it. Gloria is part of the Union and Fortitude categories. Consider incorporating Union allies to team with her, or pairing her with Magnus for his Blood and Steel leader's aura. For external category buffs, Magnus's Blood and Steel decreases damage taken when healthy, and enables Gloria to become immune to the negative effects of injured. Several units can learn Knight's Glory. For a frontline Gloria, this is a strong skill to cast on her for damage and survivability. I want to take a moment to call out my YouTube members for supporting my channel and me. With their support, they help with bringing more Sword of Convallaria content forward. On this channel, I offer the Rare and Epic membership tiers. At the Rare tier, you'll have access to loyalty badges, custom emojis, and member shoutouts in future guide videos. At the Epic tier, you'll receive all Rare tier perks, as well as access to PDF copies of all my guide content. Thank you for your time and consideration. It's the most valuable thing anyone can ever ask for. This concludes my character guide. As mentioned in my disclaimer, I welcome feedback and I'm open to being wrong. I'm still learning and improving just like you are. Once again, if you find conflicting information to other guides or content creators, then that means there are multiple ways to build a character and still achieve success. If you have any feedback for me, please feel welcome to comment below. I also have my various social media platforms on this slide here. Last but not least, I want to credit and shout out these resources that helped me put this guide together. Voyage Memento for their character build samples and reference links, the Sword of Convallaria No Potion fan site for skill images and skill descriptions, the Sword of Convallaria Cloud Drop Wiki for skill filtering and gear images, and the Billy Game and Game Key Chinese sites for character art assets. I highly recommend visiting these links to build your Sword of Convallaria knowledge. Thank you so much for watching this character guide, and I will see you in the next one.